You! You have every right to be angry with us. But please, listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg, by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of the land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignore my desperate pleas and you cast me out, you had the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation. You have every right to be upset. Vauthry is not to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how to feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you, once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gogg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do it to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building. Nay, the history of all mankind. Rest assured, this genius at dataless stoneworks will deliver. Quest complete. Ah, wicked white. Is there a problem? You see, I've been promised to people to procure stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. I forgot one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. The heart. That's right, the heart! Please see I see some familiarity with Talos. So, while we're going to design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. We have to be a big one. A heart suitable to bring a life to Talos that will embrace the very firmament. If you seek material for the Talos' heart, I know of people who may be able to assist. They are the Thors, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they'd be willing to cooperate. Indeed, it was one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You'll find the Thors at the village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamont. And do not forget to greet him with a hearty lally-ho. Maybe join you. I would keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. That'll be the heart of two of you, then. The variety of ore doesn't matter, so long as it's rich with ether. I'm to have my design complete by your return. Look, I think we pick up that aetheryte. So we can get here slightly faster.
Because we spent that time getting to the aetheryte before.
So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many. I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Lally-ho! Lally-ho? What sorry excuse my critic was that? Where is your heart, lad? Your stones! Come, let's try it again. Lally-ho! Lally-ho! Is that good? Not bad, not bad. There's room for improvement. Anyhow, now that we observe with the common courtesy, oh, you know, what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Thol family. May we speak with Chief Zamot? Why, yes, you may. I am Zamot, and I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folk of Amity who had sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Well, well, I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with your floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to the pods, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of oil you seek is precious to us too. I'll let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it like no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy. That means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thol. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Listen well. As you know, we're a mining folk, and the mining life danger's a constant companion. So when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial what tests 3 traits that all good miners can't do without. Discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now, look at my help. Mark his features well. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helms, but are different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. I probably memorize it.
You'll want to shoot to the dwarf that's wearing the cheese as a hat.
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
Lally-ho! You must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner, use a slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helm. Nothing with a spot of practice, eh? Nice shooting. Keep it up with the actual trial, eh? Aye, that's the way. Next time is a trial for true. Let me know when you're ready, eh? Ready for the trial? Right this way then. This time they'll be them as to wear the right helm. Shoot them, you fail. So look carefully forward before you let the stone fly. Search for the dwarf with the wrong type of helm. You may move the camera while zoom in and out. Target the dwarf and use a slingshot. Well done! A fine show of discernment and dexterity. I didn't see any cheese helm. Well done, well done. The trial never lies. You got what it takes to be a miner. Run back along to the chief now. Get on with the putting an end to all this strangeness of late. Did I miss it, Kier?
If you failed to duty, you're bound.
Unfortunate. Not so impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Alright, it's plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek. You know that Calusia is rich in sulfur. Well, it is. We're mining the stuff since ancient times. And every so often, the said same veins yield what's called Earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was, we used to refine Earthseed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. Stuff's still out there to be had though, provided you know where to look. And no place is shorter than the Duraga's Jewel. Problem is, the site's been occupied by age-old rivals, the Goggs. Greedy sods claim the place is theirs and refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, and there never was a lot more odious lot than the Goggs. I could go on forever about this hornless whore sons, and then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this. You want the Earth Seed, you gotta deal with the Goggs. Reckon you're up to the challenge? We have dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now to help you find your way, one of ours go with you. I'll do it, I'll go with them. You Korot! Couldn't help overhearing. You know the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gulg, or I didn't know why. I think the last light one is hiding up there. The fate of Calusia. No, the world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some use to help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here's Korut. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. Lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe as true as any dwarf's. Put him in the thick of battle and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting on it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be a dwarf, but he's liable to become a sin eater's breakfast before he can manage a swing. It's true, I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still want to try. Please, please let me go with you. I take care of you, you take care of the ore. Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. You want to take Korra? It'd be hard for me to stop you. Keep him safe though, will ya? We'll most likely, assuredly encounter sin eaters along the way. Though with you in our company, there will be more spectacle than a concern. XR casually throwing me under a bus. Oh, never mind, XR's got that one. Yes, but you don't want to eat them. They used to be formerly people. Just as we're about to get there. One last push then, shall we? I'm sorry?
I think in the next quest location will be Future, which you're not will be.
Maybe. Let me damage this. There we go.
Yep.
Ow. Duty complete. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more Sin Eaters come. Right, follow me please. I'll take you to Duraga's Jewel where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. If the terrain and the stench are of any indication, we are at the Jewel. Ah! There! The Goggs, with their ugly, unkempt beards. They realize we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first. Let's not be so hasty, Korut. The animosity between your two clans is notwithstanding. I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I will use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool Sin Eaters, but it will suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find the Earth Seed? Aye, I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. You'll be much obliged. Without further ado then. Huh, I can see through me. Right, a digging we will go. I like how we just stared at an invisible person walking away. Let us not be idle either. Though Korut cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few Goggs from the field. To that end, Sleep Dart, Dream Powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxan Loft. We use it in Gilmore too. Truly, seems our alchemist got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful in our endeavors, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. When someone turns invisible, it's important something. That's the last we'll see of them? Oh no. Hopefully not permanently invisible. That'll make it very difficult for adventuring. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word, and I will cast the enchantment. Ready to begin? Very good. Should the enchantment fade before you finish tending to all the dwarves, return to me and I will cast it anew. All the dwarves are taken to leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let us await Korut's return. I'm back! This is the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or shall I go and dig up some more? I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Korut. Let us carry this back to... You alright? But worry not, I shall be fine. Long as I have been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may have also overexerted myself in a moment. To have this rare opportunity, yet be unable to enjoy to the full. Oh, goes there! Oh no, it's a Gogg. Ah! That's Glag, chief of the Goggs! You're one of the Thalls! I see. Word was our miners were coming back drowsy, one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Thal scum skulking about? It's a spineless act of befitting your limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gogg beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's ass. Impudent whelp! Better a hobgoblin's nose hairs than the feeble, floppy things you Thals have hanging from your faces. Like oil and water, this is not like to end of its own accord. Do you perchance have some dream powder left? We shouldn't interrupt their conversation. You are a kind and considerate soul, my friend, but I believe we will be forgiven for needing to hurry. Let us put an end to this and be on our way. What the swiven? Snore. Forgive me, Korut, but we need you to be calm as well. I'm sorry. Just when it comes to the Goggs, I can't help but see red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You are here on our account, and we have naught but gratitude to you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time to take our leave. The Talos awaits its heart. Well, my friend, much as I have enjoyed our time together, I believe it best we split up, that we might accomplish our task more swiftly. I shall see the Earthsea safely into the hands of Chinese. While I am thus employed, would you be as good to deliver Korut back to Tomra? My thanks. Brief though as it was an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. Lally-o! Glad you're back and in one place. How'd you fare with the Earthsea then? I got them all they needed. XIV's on the way to Amity with it now. I got to hear a young court was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone, saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building a Talos, we reckoned you'd be needing some mining tools. So we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. What our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at top rung already. Don't see what everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh?
Okay then.
What?
Just like you said, I'm a little further along in the quest.
Ah. Look, people from all over have come to help us quarry stone. And this is even all of them. As we speak, the volunteer Stankard and Reen recruiter are being escorted to the worksite, and by both Crystarium and Yulmoran soldiers no less. So as you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem, we don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but we haven't had much luck so far. Well, lucky for you, I have tools to go around. Pickaxes from the dwarves! Shows you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everyone so they can get to work. Worm pickaxe. Durable pickaxes crafted out of thorns, adapted for use by the bigger folk. Oh, you clearly weren't, and now neither are we. Rest assured we will put these to good use and work very, very hard. Of course, one cannot work on empty stomach, which is why I brought some tasty worms to share. Hooray. As much as we would all enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards? Greetings. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the inn at Journey's Head. After night return to Amarang, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted in every one of them. Yay! I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We were still celebrating. Days later, when who should come along but Alisaie. She said as she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then. Of course, some few carers had to remain behind, but as many of us came as we could be spared. I too have great respect for Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to treat them to a nice plump worm. Worms. Pickaxes! Loads of them. Now we may all work to our heart's content. While I don't have many talents, I do have a strong back. What strength I have, I'll gladly use for the sake of peace. We got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, there's no Talos we can't build. still haven't repaid you an Alfino for saving me. I'm not sure I ever could. But that ain't gonna stop me trying. I'm with you to the end. Come on, you lot. Look lively. In case you're wondering, Goose John is here too. We don't wait to start breaking locks though, so he's gone ahead. Could have at least left us a spare set of tools. Wonderful. Now we can be about it too. Corn isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear. Where everyone has a place they can go home to. Right then, let's be on our way. What are you still doing here, Thaf? I thought you brought your own tools. I did. I was about to head off, then I saw Jarek. Oh gods. Oh gods. If this plan works and a giant talus comes to life. Just imagine the size of the trolley you could push. Imagine it. Are you still raving on about that? How many times do I have to tell you that's not what the talus is for? Where the hell's would the tracks even go? It's bound to be somewhere. Just need a little imagination. Seeing as the stoneworks is involved, maybe we could have a trolley added to the design. Enough! If you were going to work, and if I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself. My thanks. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It'd be a shame if they fell prey to sin eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right. Let us see that this plan is a resounding success. For the sake of all in Northrend. Well, my friend, it appears that we are the only ones left here. If you've no other pressing task, would you care to accompany me to Amity? There, your stall is overseeing those who will imbue the Talos with magics. Come, let us join them at once. Good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say that we have gathered ample help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalizing his design, I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You hurtle as long as I throw my house in order, but quite frankly this is the most disorganized mess of a project I've ever overseen. And I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So thou hast proclaimed loudly and frequently, Master Chai. Yet from my perspective, a layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths abiding by proven methodology to ensure the integrity of thy design. Aye, well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. But I should mention that the XIV delivered the order I asked for. Birdseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. Then everything will be in readiness, or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? In a Talos of, well, any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate ether throughout the chassis, but given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe we can maintain a stable ether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not but to procure more, I suppose. Runa, mayhap now is a good time to bring them out. A moment, friends. There's something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are. Most prized possession we the Knights Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in water and imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbor no small amount of magic. And we may imbue them with yet more prior to the installation of the Talos. Well, thank you. Being a different region, these cannot be used for the main hearts. Peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent! When Master Matoya spoke of us the role we ought to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult with my fellows first. After all, the stones spare the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our very own eyes, and by the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know that there is peace beyond. Thus are we also at peace. If our Heartstones may serve to restore night to all the world, gladly do we give them. So, Master Shai, if you could instruct us on how to distribute the Heartstones. And Cream, for good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well? Rest assured it is not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when tuning to an aetherite. Imbue the jade-colored stone here, if you would be so kind. Familiar Heartstone. Your looking Heartstone appears to glow faintly. That will do. Thank you, Green. If this Heartstone appears familiar, it is because it belonged to Taudia. It bears a collective hope of the Knights Blessed. I hope that none shall ever be again to be sacrificed to Sin Eaters. Right. I will identify the spots of the Talos where the stones are needed. See that they are amply imbued and install them as I indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. When the Talos awakens and the way to Mount Gulg is secured, we shall sally forth. It promised to be a trying climb, so take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. A moment, Urianche. You said that you would have measures ready in the event our friends fails to contain the light. Do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require lieth in this land. So, what's the plan exactly? To my deepest regret, I cannot reveal the plan to thee. In order for it to succeed, 'tis vital that thou remains ignorant of its nature until time is right. Yet though I may thus keep my counsel, know that I have only thy safety at heart. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest, the better to be ready for the trials to come. Is a solution blasting me with dark ether?
Just take the light and put it somewhere else.
You know what? It's probably going to be that. Told the rock for the chassis is more or less ready. All quarried and shaped and laid out. That's just leave the imbuers to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment. It's only a matter of time now. We managed to rally nigh everyone in Northrap for this endeavor. That's a remarkable feat in itself, but will it be enough? There's no point in worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You, meanwhile, should go and rest as your friend suggested. Oops. My wife and the XIV should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Oh, and Green... Thank you.
The XIV? You went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. He kept me company for a short while, but then he came over rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, the poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying that he needed a breath of fresh air. Because he looked, I did offer to go with him. But he assured me that he would be fine. I do hope he's alright.
Ah, Shoebill. We meet again. There's only the Shoebill.
The future is where my destiny awaits. Forgive me, I was lost in a dream. I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized. Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me, leaves my body frail and weak. Though, in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years, many more than remain to me. And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely. I am but an extension of it now, hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away. It has been quite a journey, but thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled. How goes the construction effort? Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me. Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
I'll settle the matters with the Empire.
Ah, yes. Even should we succeed in forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, the spectre of war will remain. But to declare your intent with such easy resolve, you truly are a hero's hero, my friend. But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this.
I would know more of you.
Of me? You mean what I intend to do afterwards? I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things, I said. Though in truth, I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though he deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel. I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For he is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with him as friends, with no thought of concealment. Should he indulge me with his tales, I would regale him with my own about my efforts in Norvrand, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask him about his next adventure. And if he should wish me to be a part of it, oh, how happy it would make me. Together we would travel the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swells simply to imagine it. But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle. The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them. Nor those who roused me from my slumber. Thank you for your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.